Well, here's a video I've been wanting to make for a while. It's a four-way shootout between four SBT90.2 flashlights. All flashlights in this review have the exact same emitter. Only difference is reflector size, driver, and batteries. So here we go. Let's start out with our first flashlight, which is a pocket thrower, a KR1VN. I'm going to go straight to turbo on all these lights. That tree line with the palm trees at the end of the street is 110 meters, just over 100 meters. So this gives you a good idea of how the size of the hot spot is, as well as the spill and corona as I move around here. This light puts out a ton of power in a very small package, but it gets hot really fast. Like already my hand is pretty toasty. I got the copper version, which helps, but still, this is just not a light that you can have on for very long. Okay, there you go. Now let's move to our next light. This is a AMUTORCH XT45. Again, we're going to go straight to turbo, and you can see that the beam is getting narrower, but the candela is definitely going up. You can see that tree line in the back there with the palm trees is much easier to make out. So this is a much more concentrated beam. Again, same exact emitter. This time it's a single 21700 battery and a larger reflector. The host it's much more capable of dissipating the heat. I mean, this isn't really even hot to my hands because there's these large fins on the front of it. This is more of a jacket pocketable light. Maybe a pants pocketable light if you got really big jeans. Now let's move to our next light, which is the Convoy L7. Now this guy is not going to be pocketable, but look at that. That's amazing. Same emitter, folks, but this time we're talking about two batteries in series. So this thing's running 8.4 volts, and it's just got a way bigger reflector, almost a K1 size reflector. The intensity is just off the charts. This is a real surprise favorite for me because this light is just putting out so much intensity, and it's really, really cost effective. This thing is only a little bit more price-wise than the XT45. And then lastly, we have the MF05 by Astrolux, also known as the Mataminco MT90+. This one has been modified as a Spec C from Vin Nguyen at Skylumen, and it is just a beast. Very intense. Pretty much all the light is in the hot spot. There's very little corona and very little spill. Same emitter, but just a way bigger reflector. And also, this thing runs 8 batteries to avoid sag. So this is 8 18650s. I'm running all VT6s again. A lot of intensity with this. All right, let's take these same 4 lights out to my second location. Okay, I'm here at location number 2, and what we got here is a field in front of us, and then at the very end of the field, exactly 1 kilometer away, we have a water tower. So we're going to start with the KR1VN, and we are hitting that water tower. You can see it's lighting up. So off it and on it. So this thing is definitely making it. And let's cruise around the field here a little bit. All right, that's the KR1VN. Next up, the XT45. This guy is about double the lumens of the KR1VN. But at 1 kilometer, I'm not seeing a huge difference. But you know, another thing too is this light is about half the cost of the KR1VN. But we're hitting that tower no problem at 1 kilometer away. Yeah, it looks good. Definitely hitting 1 kilometer. Now let's see how the L7 hits this tower. Oh, wow. That's amazing. I'm telling you, this light is my surprise favorite. Just for the cost, I mean, this thing is only slightly more than the XT45, and it's just obliterating that target. Look how concentrated the beam is. I mean, you're not going to do much better than this until you move to the really expensive lights. All right, let's do our last light, the MF05 by Astrolux. Oh, wow. This thing just kills targets. It's just amazing that these are all the same emitter. But, you know, that Convoy L7 was 80 bucks. So, I mean, if you want the absolute best, get the MF05 or the MT90 Plus. But I think the sweet spot is with the Convoy L7. All right, so that's the 4 SBT90.2 lights that I've got. And remember, if you're looking for a light that's similar but not exactly the same, chances are that if you line it up with the reflector size of one of these 4, you're going to get a similar output. So this could be still useful for you for buying your SBT90.2 light of your choosing.